Hey, what is going on, you gunky grooky? Gonna be playing some games with Greninja v Union today. Let's go ahead and talk about the card before we get into the list. 300 HP, Ninja Body can't be affected by item cards like Crushing Hammer and Phantom Waves are the main two. Aqua Edge for 1 water for 130. And then we have the Union gain like all the other V Unions, which stinks and is not very good. And then we got the Antidote Jutsu, can't be poisoned. Not a great ability, but not the worst thing ever. And then water colors, Twister Shuriken. This attack does 100 damage to each of our opponent's bench Pokemon, which is pretty good when there's so many Sobble and Drizzile filling benches these days. And then the last part is we have the Feel the Way ability. Once on your turn, you may have your opponent reveal their hand, so we just get to look at our opponent's hand each turn that we have the V Union in play. So that's pretty good, just to be able to have knowledge of your opponent's hand. And then for water colors, we have the Waterfall Bind for 180, and then the defending Pokemon can't retreat during their next turn. So taking a look at the rest of the list and how we're going to set this thing up and get it cooking, I want to give a big shout out to LDF. Actually, I was having trouble coming up with a great engine for this, so I went and peeked LDF's video on the Greninja V Union the other day on the stream, and that's when I started working on it. By the way, if you don't know, I do stream on Twitch every single day except Tuesdays. A link in the description, first link in the description, twitch.tv/AzulGG. It's where I work on all the decks that I put up here on the YouTube channel and a bunch of other stuff like playing in tournaments and so on. So go check out the YouTube channel. Missing out on a ton of PTCGO action if you're not following it. But yeah, I was like, all right, I worked on a build previously that didn't have the Cincino engine and stuff, and I was like, let's go see what other people are doing. I was like, I went and checked out LDF's video, and LDF had the Cincino and the Frost. All right, I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. I already had the Suicune in my build itself. Suicune just kind of pairs really well with it, obviously. And I did change around some stuff from LDF's build, but the core of it was LDF's initial build. So shout out to LDF. I'm going to leave their links in the description below. Make sure you go check them out on the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter, all those cool places. So yeah, go check out LDF. So yeah, we have this Encino engine in here with the make do to draw some cards. This also is a great way for us to discard the Greninja pieces. But we got to find them. The only thing that I play in here to find them is I do play Great Balls. I don't play any bells in here like I did with the Zacian V Union build. Because we want to be a little bit more aggressive about setting up the Cincino, and then once we've seen that many cards turn to turn, we can usually find the Greninja pieces through drawing into them or just using the Great Balls to find them. And then to get the energy in play to attack with the Greninja V Union when we get it set up, or to attack with Suicunes along the way, we do have a 2/2 Frostmoth in here with that Ice Dance that allows us to accelerate those water energy into play onto our benched water Pokemon. And then we have 3 Suicune in here, which is our initial attacker, also has a little bit of draw power with that Fleet-Footed to help us once again dig deeper into the deck, find these Greninja V Union pieces to get them set up. And then, yeah, of course, we got the Blizzard Rondo that allows us to, do some damage early or take some knockouts early on if we prized some pieces. Looking at the rest of the build, we got a little bit of energy acceleration through the supporters. 1 Raihan, 1 Melanie. Definitely more focused still on the research, the Marnie. I do have a Peonia in this build. This is not something I included in the Zacian because I felt it was a little bit too slow to try and utilize during, turn to turn. But when we have this Encino draw power to back us up, I feel like Peonia works in the Greninja build a little bit better, so we have that in here. And then we got some cute cards like the Echoing Horn, which is really good not only for Suicune with the Blizzard Rondo, but we can also put Pokemon on our opponent's bench to then take knockouts with the Twister Shuriken. So like if they got a Sobble in the discard pile, we need +1 prize card on the board to win the game. Echoing Horn, put the Sobble on the bench, and then draw an extra prize card. Also have the Telescopic Sight in here to once again work with the Greninja, work with that Twister Shuriken. Yeah, not too much else to say about the list. We got some couple captures in here, but mainly water energy, couple buckets, the Ordinary Rod. Yeah, that's it. That's the list. Once again, shout out to LDF. The links will be in the description. Check out the live stream. Check out LDF. Let's get into some games. All right, getting into it here. We got the Suicune start, which is great. We have already a frog piece in the hand with a quick ball to get rid of it. So pretty solid start so far. Let's see what we're up against. It looks like Capture, Karina's Focus, Escape Rope. I'm gonna go ahead and guess some type of Sylveon deck here, but we'll have to wait and see for sure what it is. But yeah, a lot of the Sylveon builds have been going more special energy focused with like captures and stuff. So I would assume that's what we're up against here, but we'll wait and see what is going on once our opponent starts their turn. And Urshifu, another pretty good tell that it is probably a Sylveon build. Urshifu generally played with Sylveon. There's the Spiral Energy, so definitely a Sylveon build here, I would think. I'm going to start with Fleet-Footed, I think. I'm going to go into Great Ball. Get another Suicune. Quick Ball. Get him Encino. I maybe even shouldn't have played this quick ball, to be honest. I could have not played anything, to be honest. I don't want to give my opponent great targets to hit this turn. I think I'm just gonna go attach pass. That way they can't G-Max Rapid Flow, and I can throw everything down, attach hit. That does feel a little weird, I guess, because I need to be able to draw with Cincino next turn. One Mincino down, so they hit my active. I put two Mincino down. They focus both my Mincinos. That's when it gets awkward. So maybe just one Mincino down. All right, let's see how this feels. Let's just go one Mincino down. This feels like it's going to be a little bit better because if they're going to G-Max Rapid Fly, I'd rather have them hit these two, I think, than double Mincino. That way I can get a Cincino online and start drawing cards. Because otherwise we're just never going to be able to draw cards potentially. But it doesn't feel great either way. There's a capture energy, so it looks like it didn't matter either way, to be honest. As they capture out the Remoraid. So their hand might be a little bit stuck as well. I guess my hand's not stuck right now, but their hand might be stuck. And actually, we're going to do a really cute play here this next turn. We're going to boss KO the Remoraid, I think. We're going to focus that because... yeah, they do straight, but they don't have to actually go to the bench. And if they do, well, that's curious now. Now that's really curious. All right, so let's start with some fleet-footed. They like basically, I mean, they didn't have to give me Remoraid, but then they were like, I'm going to give you Remoraid. And now I just don't know what to make of that. Do they want Remoraid to get knocked out, or do they want the Urshifu to get knocked out? Like, what is their plan here? With a Great Ball. Could grab another frog piece, or just could grab a Mincino. I'm going to go with the other frog piece here. Quick ball it away. Grab probably just another Mincino to start. We don't really need Snoms yet. I could just go bench, attach, hit, knock out the Remoraid. But now I'm kind of tempted to go fill up the bench, boss, hit the Urshifu because of how they were like, okay, they wanted me to hit the Remoraid. So that makes me want to hit the Urshifu, but maybe they're just playing mind games here. But they can't know I for sure have a boss, which gets weird. So I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. And with such a big hand that they have, even if they get Octillery, can really only find them a Karina's Focus for like straight up draw support. So they won't be able to draw them too many cards if their hand stays a similar size. I guess they could play it down quite a bit. I don't know what's in their hand for sure. But even if I knock out the Remoraid, if they just like top decked on this turn, then I would have to like deal with, you know, even if they top, I would have to deal with like a full HP Urshifu VMAX. So, and they have a Crobat to work with as well. So maybe they were just kind of biding their time a little bit here. Looks like they've had a couple options this whole time. Here comes the Crobat. Can they find themselves? Actually, they should definitely be able to find themselves the VMAX here, I think, because they should be able to go Octillery to just go ahead and grab it. I don't think they've used Octillery quite yet. So they should be able to Octillery to grab it, to be honest. And then probably go with the G-Max Rapid Flow. I mean, they got 3 energy on it. I don't know why they wouldn't go with the G-Max Rapid Flow. But we'll see what the Octillery, or like I said, the Octillery should be able to grab. We'll see what they want to do. I guess they then put it as a 3-prizer in play, but definitely seems worth to me to focus down my Mincino lines. And yeah, there's the VMAX. So I expect, like I said, G-Max Rapid Flow, take out. I guess they could just go for knocking out, hitting my active plus this Mincino. That way they can knock me out next turn. They would have to use a Gale Thrust, which could be a little bit awkward to try and set up. And they'll have no energy in play. And this is one of the spots where Sylveon really doesn't want to be. They don't want to be in a spot like this. This actually is good for me because now I get to use double fleet-footed, actually. So my opponent, not knowing this, is helping me out here. I think it's still the correct play from them to do this boss play and be like, all right, now you have to have an air balloon to be able to attack me. And I could whiff that, right? Especially with them getting rid of my Cincino. They haven't seen me play a draw supporter. Gonna recover these two. So that way I can maybe fleet-footed into that Cincino. And then use Make Do. Fleet-footed. Nice. We did get exactly what I wanted there. Let's fleet-footed again before we put the Cincino down. Got the research as well. Holy smokes. This is good. So now we can research before we Make Do. Look for some more frog pieces. There's that last frog piece. All right, the frog is online. Now we just need to find the Snom, which I did find with this level ball. So let's get this frog out there. Here we go. Frog online. We can put the... I don't want to put the sight on it yet because they could still boss this next turn. So we don't want to put the sight on it yet. But we can actually use, as we should, every time we got the frog in play. Feel the way. Take a look with our hand. Okay, nothing too special. Nothing I'm scared of. Rondo. Big hit here. And then, yeah, we got the frog for the next turn. And we can start spreading some damage maybe even. We'll see what we want to do. We do need to get out the Frostmoth. We don't have that set up yet. So we're not guaranteed to be able to do in, like, the big spreads yet. And we do have to be careful of this Zeraora. We are weak to lightning. I don't think it's going to make that big of a deal that the Zeraora is there. So I think we're just in a really good spot here. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we are weak to lightning. I do have to keep that in mind. We are weak to lightning. I actually go with an attachment on the Urshifu. So something like an escape rope might be on my opponent's mind. to try and make happen here to get off a Gale Thrust. We do know they play it. They could just be attaching it and retreating, but if they do retreat, then we can clean them up with that Twister Shuriken. If they're just going to run away for the turn and be like, I just want to use Urshifu next as soon as possible, that could be a reasonable play from them. But then if they do that, we get to clean them up. Like I said, we get to use that, you know, Twister Shuriken, clean them up from there. So I wouldn't hate if it goes down that way, to be honest. There's the escape rope, though. I think I'm just going to send up the other Suicune. I want them to hit something. What would I want them to hit, I guess, is the question. They have 4 prize cards left. I let them hit the Suicune. I think them hitting Suicune is still just fine, though. I think I'm okay with them hitting Suicune here. Because, yeah, they got the escape ropes. They still have the Tower of Waters in place. Now they can just retreat back to the Urshifu and then hit me if they want. And it looks like that is what they're going for. I don't think I mind if they hit me, though, here. I don't think I mind that too much. I think we'll be okay with that. This thing's got how much HP left? 180. Okay, good. So we're going to go with the bucket here, get the waters. We need to find a Frostmoth. That is what we're after here. So I'm going to be pretty aggressive about thinning out the deck here. Get rid of the Raihan. Grab ourselves the other Suicune. And then we're going to make do... Oh, we should start with that Feet. On point with the Feet. Actually, what we should have started with was Feel the Way. So let's Feel the Way first. Okay. We probably won't get Marnied or anything like that. Make do the Suicune. Off here, make do the research. I don't think I want to research away 3 water energy when I kind of need them. Find me a Frostmoth. No, the whiff on the Frostmoth. Okay, so I mean, we could still just knock them out. We go with Peonia though. Go with Peonia. 1, 2, 3. Maybe there's an out to a Frostmoth in here. There is the level ball. So now we can put back Cincino, and the water energy. So Cincino, water are those 3. Sounds good to me. And then level ball, get the Frostmoth. And I don't think they have a way to KO this. Like, I don't think they can KO my... They can't win next turn. I don't think they can take 4 prize cards. They can knock out this, but not knock out this. So we can use... We can go with this 100 spread. Mr. Shuriken, put a lot of damage in play, and then if we can get a boss and then boss this up, boss something else up, and then knock out our opponent's like whole board on the next turn, that would be crazy. We could have also just knocked out the active here, to be honest, and that probably would have also been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that probably would have also been pretty good. But I like this play better because if we can get a boss, we only have 1 left. If we get the boss, though, we can just like knock out our opponent's entire board. So that's what we're looking for, is the boss. But they got the G-Max Rapid Flow. I wonder how many bosses they have left. They're down 1 boss. Only down 1 boss. So they could go like knockout hit. And then it comes down to if we get boss or not. They're going after both my Suicunes. So they're going to go after this to win the game on the following turn. We can Feel the Way, take a peek, maybe play Marnie, maybe not. But yeah, we're looking for boss ourselves, which who knows? It could also be prized, to be honest. I don't know if it's prized. So let's start with Feel the Way. Take a peek. They have boss, they have energy. So we can't let them keep this hand. Oh no! I clicked done. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Well, boss and energy happens. We had a chance in this one. I could have found my boss. And if not, we could have played Marnie and taken the boss out of their hand. And then maybe they can't find a boss on the following turn to make the play where they KO my Suicune. Oh, well, I guess this is how this one's going to end. We'll never know if we could have won it or not. As I click done there, thinking I was clicking done for the ability. I can't wait for the end turn button in PTCG Live. All right, getting into another one. Hopefully I don't click done anymore. That would be real sad, real tragic. So hopefully no more dones to be clicked. But yeah, getting to another one. We got Suicune and Mincino. I did mulligan into the Suicune, which we would have loved to have in our active, of course, but gonna have to settle with having it on the bench. We're up against a Crobat V. No idea what that is gonna mean. We'll see though for sure here in a second, if not this turn, on the next turn, exactly what our opponent has got going on, I'm sure. And it's just a capture to the Crobat, so that's good. Capture on the Crobat is better than capture anywhere else. Otherwise, it's probably on something that can actually attack us. I mean, we don't like that. So maybe our opponent's going to have a little bit of a slower start here. And our hand is actually not too ridiculously good ourselves, to be honest. We do want to start setting up the Suicune, but we don't have any draw supporter in the hand. We are up against Eternatus, which Suicune is pretty good against, but the Greninja is also really good against because we can spread so much damage to our opponent's Pokemon. We could, like, they have so much stuff on their bench that we can spread damage to. So Suicune's pretty good against Eternatus, but so is just the Greninja as well. So we'll see how this goes. We can quick ball away something here. Maybe the Sight. I don't think the Sight's going to do a whole ton. Probably want to keep the Raihan around so we could like quick ball away the Sight, get ourselves another Mencino, and then attach the Suicune and pass. And then from there, we have to hope to like next turn find the Air Balloon. We already have the energy, so we have to hope to find the Air Balloon from there. They are playing Old Cemetery. All right. Now I think I'll actually quick ball away an energy because we have so many to work with, and it does activate Melanie and Raihan for future turns potentially. It looks like we did prize a piece of the Greninja. Might have to work without it here initially. Attach. Gonna take that 20 damage. That's actually really annoying. That's actually really, really annoying, the Old Cemetery. I mean, my opponent has to deal with it as well, so I'm not like too worried about it. It's not only impacting us. My opponent also has to worry about it. I'm more worried about this coughing that could become a wheezing and shut down my Cinccino's from being able to use Make Do, and it looks like that is what they're going for. Here comes the research before the Ascension, but it looks like the Ascension is on the way. Hopefully I at least find a Cinccino here, and then I could actually use the attack to do 40 damage and then accelerate to the Suicune, and then next turn retreat. And then actually, I guess we would get knocked out by the poison damage if they attack again with poison. So they're not gonna poison us here if they don't find the evolution. They have to find the evolution, but it is just the Ascension, so we're not gonna get poisoned here. So that's great. Got that going for us at the very least. But having no access to abilities does not feel great. Capture Energy is nice, though. And I actually think I'm going to start with that. Go ahead and grab myself a Snom to work with. And then hopefully this finds a Cinccino. It does. That's great. So we can use that energy assist here. And we can get this water energy out of the discard pile. We'll do 40 damage. And then our Suicune is set up, ready to go, to hopefully knock out this Weezing on the next turn. But by the time our Suicune's ready to swing, my opponent's Eternatus VMAX will be ready to swing as well. So it's going to put us probably at overall kind of in a disadvantageous spot, if I had to guess. It's not going to be great to be able to go in a Suicune up against the Eternatus VMAX, but hopefully won't be the end of the world. We'll get access to our abilities again, which is going to be the big deal here. Hopefully we'll have access to Make Do anyways. I guess they could set up like back-to-back Weezings, but then our Suicune should be running through him at that point, and it won't be that big of a deal. So hopefully we can have access to the Make Do, or if not, then yeah, like I said, the Suicune will be able to deal with the Weezings. Or should be able to deal with the Weezings, no problem. And also they need energy this turn. If they don't get energy for this Eternatus this turn, we actually might not have to worry about Eternatus VMAX swinging on the next turn. They could always set it up out of nowhere. Oh, but there's the energy. They could always set it up out of nowhere, I guess, with the oh man, what's it called? You know, Moltres plus E-Switch combo if they do play that. But if they're playing Weezing in Old Cemetery, I don't know. Do they play? I wonder if they have room for a Moltres plus E-Switch combo. They might not play that. It might just be they do play the Moltres, so that means they probably play E-Switch. So they would have that as well, I guess, to work with. And yeah, there's a severe poison, but we can just retreat, Blizzard, knockout, go from there. There's a Marnie top deck, so this actually gives us a little bit more to work with on this turn. Maybe set up another Cinccino, maybe get that Frostmoth out. Found some feet from the Greninja. Cinccino, capture here. Grab another Suicune, I think is what we're going to want here. Yeah, got to go with that retreat. And then we got to go with the Blizzard Rondo for the KO. Get our first prize card. Hopefully find the Ninja piece. That's what we really want here. That is not the Ninja piece. It is an Echoing Horn, which actually could still be really good to help fill up our opponent's bench. Hit them that much harder with Suicune on the next turn. So we're definitely still in this one at this point. We do need to find... I think we're going to need the Greninja, though. We're going to need the Greninja. So... need to like find Peonia or something here. But yeah, with the Echoing Horn, so we're doing like what, 120, 240. Now we got 20 more there. 240 plus that 280. So we'll have 20 HP left. Actually, with the Echoing Horn, I think we might be able to get the knockout here. Now we're doing we need to do 300 damage, 100, 220, 240, 260. No, I don't think I'm doing as much damage as I think. I have to recount. 100, 200. We also need to draw another basic Pokemon for this Suicune, but I don't think that's going to be that big of a deal, to be honest. So, send this up. I'm going to start with Fleet-Footed because we could find Raihan to confirm the basic Pokemon. And then I could even make do this as well. And then we can go with the Melanie. No, then we can go with another Make Do. Make Do away. Now we have the Quick Ball, though, and I want more Make Do options. I don't want to lose all my water energy, so I'm going to do this first. Now what do I want to Make Do? Maybe we can get rid of one water here. We have the Ordinary Rod in hand, so I'm a little bit more comfortable with getting rid of water. Then I can go this to grab another Cincino. We're going to Make Do again, get rid of this Capacious Bucket. And then we're going to Quick Ball for something at the end of all this. By the way, the Air Balloon, this thing already has a pivot on it, so I think that'll be fine. And I think I'm just going to get second Frostball. I don't want to put another 2-prize Pokemon in play is basically what I'm trying to avoid here. So now we're doing... All right, we're doing 100, 240, 260. Okay, so if we put this down, we attach here, and then we Echoing Horn out the Coughing, we can actually use Energy Assist to take this thing out on the next turn. I don't think I want to play Ordinary Rod, or maybe I will get back the Suicune plus the energies, to be honest. Let's go ahead and do this right now. Suicune, we still have a lot of pieces to find for our Greninja. Excuse me. But we can definitely get there. So yeah, we can actually go Blizzard Rondo here. Hit this thing really hard. 260 damage, 40 HP left. So actually Energy Assist gets the knockout. And then on the following turn, we can set up the Greninja. I still got a lot to do. We could set up the Greninja, get the Greninja set up, get all the energy on it, and then use the spread attack and take out 2 Zigzagoons and knock those out and make those our 2 prize cards, our 2 final prize cards to close out the game. If not, if they don't let us Energy Assist this, well, we have Boss. So I guess we can always Boss Energy Assist it so we can always get the prize card access. But Peonia is also something we could play. That could draw 5 prize cards in a turn. So we're actually set up pretty well to be able to close this one out, I think. And like I said, I didn't want to put another Suicune in play because I don't want another 2-prizer in play. So that my opponent can't just go knockout, boss, knockout. So we stayed all these 1-prizers. So our opponent can't do that. And it's looking like it might work out here. And ideally, this just stays in the active. So that way I can play the research and dig deeper into that. Because we have to find the other frog pieces still as well. We still have, there's 3 in the deck and 1 prized. So... still need to find a couple more. They found the E-Switch, though, so this makes me think they have the Switch. Or maybe they're just burning the E-Switch now. 20 damage. Okay, they did not find the Switch. That's huge. I'm going to go with the Cincino. Like I said, this allows us to play the research. Actually, how many energy do I have left? 4. We play 7 water. So I guess we still have enough left. Start with Great Ball here. Find this Mincino. I think it's fine to bench this Mincino as well. Then play the research, and then, like I said, Energy Assist is going to take the knockout here. Some big Make Do's to do. Need to draw a lot of cards. Going to play this as well. Just keep thinning out the deck aggressively. Need to find that other piece. We have 2 water in here, which means we prized a water, a Greninja piece, and a capture energy. Or not a capture, just a water. So we need the water out of the prize cards as well. Or we could do with the Peonia. We can use Peonia, and we can get access to the last couple prize cards as well, to be honest. So we don't need it, I guess. It's not necessary, but it would make everything a lot easier. Do. Ball away the research. Grab out the Suicune. And I have, 1 final Make Do to do this turn. I think I'm going to hold this for the next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and Make Do this. So this would guarantee get that last Ninja piece there. Throw an Air Balloon here. I guess I could use one of them now, though, and get the other Frostmoth and just throw that in play and just have that in play. I'm going to hold on to this last Air Balloon just in case I need to be able to move something else. And then we're going to go with an Energy Assist for the knockout here. We're going to put the energy on the Cincino. We're going to get 3 prize cards, and we're hoping it's energy and the last frog piece. If not Peonia frog piece, do we find the energy as well? No, not yet. Is that the energy? That is not the energy. So we need to play Peonia this turn, as well as draw into the last 2 energy in our deck and get this frog piece into the discard pile. So we have a lot to do this turn, and our opponent could still Marnius and make things that much more difficult. But yeah, this last energy is going to be the struggle to find here, I feel like. Here comes, what is it? The Liepard V. That's fine. Don't have to worry about... Actually, if I had benched... No, if I had benched another Suicune, we would have been in trouble. I was like, wait, if we had benched a Suicune and attached to it, we could go boss win the game this turn. But then it also gives my opponent the chance to boss win the game. Looks like they would have actually whiffed the boss. They didn't have it, but they didn't disrupt our hand. This is huge. Our hand has not been disrupted. We can almost see our entire deck this turn, I think. We also have a Cincino prize. So if we can find the Peonia, if we can find the Peonia to draw into the waters, we can basically see our whole deck this turn. Not guaranteed. Finding Peonia is going to be the first step. Okay, here we go. Gonna send up a Frostmoth because we have the Air Balloon, and we should be able to use that on there. Our draw for turn. Hopefully not the Ninja piece. It's not the Ninja piece, so we can play Great Ball, guarantee the Ninja piece 2 water. We need to find the Peonia, and we'll be able to see the rest of our deck. So we can go, you know, make do frog piece. We need to save, yeah, well, we got the frog piece. Double water, make do frog piece. We need to find the Peonia. Please give us the Peonia. No Peonia, so close. Okay, I guess we're not completely out of it yet. We can bring back the frog with the play ability. Put the frog in play. We can do a good old field away. Take a look. So they don't have boss in the hand. And how does this thing work? From their hand to one of their non-psychic Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on. So I could put 1. I can't put 2 energy here, though. They did have a switch in their hand. Oh, wait. I could have just won with Suicune. Oh, my gosh. All right, guys. Don't. All right. I've made some mistakes in this one. I could have just won the game with Suicune right now. I was so focused on trying to use Greninja and trying to make Greninja work. I completely forgot about Suicune. And yeah, we haven't played a supporter yet. I was so focused on we were going to use Peonia. And if we had got Peonia, we could look at the last 2 prize cards, get a water energy, and then... I just really want to use Greninja, man. That's it. I just really want to use Greninja. We could have got the last water energy, got the last Minccino. I guess we wouldn't have needed the last Minccino, but if there's a water left in the deck, we would have needed it, which there would have been if we had gotten the Peonia instead of a water energy. Yeah, I was just so focused on trying to use the Greninja, I forgot we don't have to use Greninja. And here we are. So, do I still have a chance to win this game is now the question. And I think the answer is no, because I don't have enough HP to survive the hit from the Eternatus VMAX. They do only have 1 switch in their hand, but I don't think that's going to matter. If I retreat to Greninja here, I can't get it to the bench and get it back to the active on the following turn. So yeah, guys, learn from my mistakes in this one. I think is going to be the... Because even if I put it through the Frostbolt, I still take 20, right? I read that correctly, yeah. Learn from my mistakes in this one. Just take the dub when you got it. I was so excited to try and make the Greninja play work that I completely forgot about what else was going on in the game and that we could have gone with the boss play. I was just like focused on us having to use Peonia, and obviously we didn't have to use Peonia here. But I'm pretty sure it's impossible for me to win the game at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and give it over to my opponent. But yeah, we could have used the Suicune there to win. I just really want to use the Greninja. I wish Peonia was in the top 2. We could have KO'd the double Zigzagoon off the bench. But that's going to do it for the games with the Greninja build, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's definitely more of a fun meme build. All the V unions are. None of them are super strong or extremely strong or anything like that. But they are a ton of fun. They are a ton of fun. So definitely, if you guys are looking for something different to play with, check them out. Once again, shout out to LDF for the initial build. Check their links out in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Yeah, if you enjoyed watching me misplay, give it a like. If you enjoyed the content and you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.